Hello, I'm PS3 and welcome back to this video. So today I wanted to hopefully inspire some of you who have felt a bit lost in Minecraft. One of the most popular suggestions I have on my channel is from people who say stuff like, Toycat, I feel like I've explored all of the overworld, or I explored every biome that does exist in the game. You know, everyone knows about the plains biome, and we've just gone over them a billion times. We've seen forests, they're all kind of the same. Everything in Minecraft kind of feels a bit samey, and I'm just not sure what ideas to have. This is a fairly common thing, and I kind of get that, and given that it's Christmas, a lot of people are playing a lot of Minecraft, you want to have some new, fresh ideas to play around with, and that's why in today's video, I'm going to be reminding you of a biome that everyone seems to forget, and that is the End Islands biome. The End Islands biome is found, you know, in the end after you defeat the dragon, or possibly before. Again, that's one of the ideas I have today, and hopefully today I'm going to be inspiring you to just see some crazy stuff you could be doing in both survival and in creative that I think will get you just a little bit interested. So here's the craziest thing you should be doing in Minecraft. Like it if you do like it, because it helps out the channel, and listening, you do like these sorts of videos with these sorts of ideas to hopefully make your Minecraft experience a bit more enjoyable. So with that said, let's get straight into it, and let's start by talking about exactly you know, like what's going on with the End Islands and what's going on with the End itself, because for the longest time in Minecraft, until 1.9 if I'm not mistaken, the End existed as just the singular End Island that existed just like this right here, this little big flat thing, and then there was nothingness around it. Depending on your platform, there'd be some walls, there'd be nothing, but basically there'd be nothingness around it. But then they figured, you know what, that's kind of boring, right? Why don't we make it so that after you go, you know, like after you defeat the dragon, there's some more content, or why not make it so the End is an infinite dimension like all of the rest? So that's when they added this big blank space. It's about, you know, 1,000 meters in every direction from the main End Island, but if you go 1,000 blocks from the center, you'll find yourself at one of these End Islands around the edge. And isn't this crazy looking, this map? You can see it makes like almost a perfect circle around it. This is actually inspired by like another crazy map I saw where they made an even bigger, you know, map showing off just how, you know, crazy circular the End is. But basically, making one of these maps is really great by itself, but it also just illustrates how amazing this new biome is and how crazy it is to look at. Because again, like I know a lot of you are familiar with it already, but the reason I bring this up is because looking at this map really inspires me personally, because not only does it show that there's all of this that you can explore in a circle or whatever, but it also shows you've got all of this gap in the middle, which is just ripe for some fun projects. So again, I feel like the first project I'm going to recommend today is why not go ahead and take your, you know, like your End and map it, because mapping the End, even in creative mode, is quite a fun little task. The End is a floor, so you can like run along it. I'll get into that later, but basically you can really easily make maps of the End, and they look beautiful every single time, as you can maybe see from mine, or as you can definitely see from the one on the Java edition I showed you earlier. So with that said, we can now move on from this and actually go backwards a little bit and talk about another fun project that inspires me to do, because this means that you don't actually have to defeat the Ender Dragon to get to these End Islands, because obviously everyone knows that, but it's so far, it's like 800 blocks, that most people aren't willing to try. But if you're in creative, or if you're in survival and really willing to, you know, do a crazy task, then one of the things you can actually do is you can use, so I'm going to use commands, but if you wanted to do this by default, you could. Then you could use this command right here, for instance, and should we do end brick? I mean, end brick would be a nice thing, but let's use terracotta actually. So brown glazed terracotta, let's go with pink pink glazed terracotta. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a huge bridge of pink glazed terracotta, which I mean is actually quite kind of a questionable block to use, but just for the sake of, you know, showing like how beautiful it will look on the map, hopefully, if we use pink glazed terracotta just like that, and then we do that, then as you can see, we've now got this huge bridge running from right over here all the way up there. And if we actually, we'll get a copy of the map over there, because right now you can see there's nothing in there, but if I'm not mistaken, I'm not actually sure which direction that's in, because I don't know where north is. It's probably this one, right? No, it's not this one. I guess if it's that way, it's the one to the north. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw that away. We're going to grab this map right here, and this should be the one. Yeah, this map should have it on there somewhere. Oh no, it's okay, so it's not even this one, it's like one map to the right of that one even. So if we go just like this, so as you can see, we grab this map, then as we go this way, what's going to happen is the pink is suddenly going to start appearing on the map. Actually, it's 2000 by, it's a 2000 by 2000 map, so maybe not. But if we made it a bit wider, like we'll do just now, you know, for the fun of it. So let's just hope that's in line. I don't know if that is. Okay, we'll do it over here as well, just make a mega wide bridge. Then what we can actually do is we can have a bridge which shows up on even the biggest of maps. So apparently not on this map, but I wonder why that is actually. That's a fun little fact. But still, you can kind of see how just like how epic this bridge look. It's a bridge which goes over the middle of nowhere. I want to know why it doesn't show on the map actually. Maybe there's like a hard built-in rule that you can't have things show up over here. But what that means is if we open up one of these, as you can see, the map now is just a purely pink little thing, because if you open up one of these maps in the middle of nowhere, so we'll throw this one away, just into the void forever. It's gone now. If we open up a brand new map, so let's get a locator map, just like this, and we go a little further north, let's say, let's just go into somewhere in the middle of the abyss, then what you can actually do is you can open a map, and you can have one of these pure black spaces. So, as well as the idea of, like, why not have this amazing bridge that, again, look at this pink bridge just coming out of nowhere, it's got anything on it, it's, you know, it's just a nothingness bridge. You can also have these maps, or you can have these areas, which exist with pure nothingness in them, which you can then purely, you know, you can customize that how you want. If you wanted to, you can make something ridiculous, like, why not go, okay, this is a kind of bad idea actually, but let's go with it. So we'll have pink here, right? So we'll place some terracotta, just like that, and then we make a stripe there, but why not then also go over to here and have like a different block, so like, you know, instead over here we'll just have like, oh yeah, why not have brown mushroom blocks or brick blocks, because they're like a slightly similar color, and we can like do so. This is gonna be really ugly, by the way, but you know, hopefully, you know, like for some people, one of my favorite things to do is to like inspire people by making something so bad it makes you go, why was that necessary at all? So we've got two colors, as you can see, and now we've got a map which could have very easily, you can see how like in survival you could build this. Every block is a pixel on the map. You could build your logo on one of these maps. No one would ever find it, so no one could vandalize it. And then you could have like, you know, like a map which is just pure black with your thing in the background. Or if you had the effort and the resources, you could make a map which was 128 by 128, where you just had like a cat face on this map or something like that. No, again, if we could like easily build that, we could. But the point being is that you can have these amazing things. You know, the bridge by itself is pretty darn amazing, right? Like the idea of having this platform, but then you can take that and you can turn it into a great map concept as well. So yeah, basically let's head even further to the north of this, and you can see how if we just place this for 1,000 blocks to the north, which I know that sounds like a lot, but if we just kept on doing this, so we'll follow our previous bridge by following over this. We'll just place brick blocks over here. I'm doing them very slightly different each time, but that's, you know, that's part of the beauty of building, or part of the beauty that maybe you want to correct. Then all you have to do is place these like a certain number of times in a row, and then suddenly you have this huge bridge connecting the mainland to the end islands. So you never have to use the end portals if you don't want to, because they're risky. You have to throw end pearls into them. Whereas if we do it this way, what we can just do instead is we can have this, as you're going to see, about 1,000 blocks, and then suddenly the end islands appear into view. So again, for a lot of people, that's like, that's not so inspiring. Like, what did you do there that was so interesting? So I'm not quite sure. So then here are some other ideas that you might want to play around with for both survival and for creative, and that is, you know, also connecting all of these little islands together, because again, I feel like they're ripe for bridge building, and you know, bridge building can just be the same thing I just did, where it's like, oh, why don't we just have this huge layer of brick blocks or cobblestone or whatever you want to use and connect one to the other. And I'll show you how that works right here. It just looks kind of like, oh yeah, look, we connected the islands together. But the truth is that's, you know, that's, you know, kind of, it's fun. It looks kind of cool by itself. But you can also use this as a great opportunity to practice bridge building in a place where it really, really matters. You might want to have all these end islands connected, and then once you've connected them, you can do crazy things with them. Again, I just really love the idea that you can do so many different things, you know, using this kind of basic, simple process of like, guess what? There's end islands, they're near each other. You need to cross them, and usually you have to use ender pearls. So why not, you know, build huge, exciting, pretty bridges across them? Fun idea right there for you. So yeah, there's an idea for you, and also one that I really do quite like, you know, besides just exploring these, because you can explore these islands forever and ever and ever, and you'll find something that like, it's not new necessarily, but it's interesting and slightly different. Like, oh, so these islands are connected, and then, oh, there's a gap over there, so you can connect that, and you can make this like endless pathway. Again, there's endless exploration. Like, this map only shows 2,000 blocks. We can go much beyond 2,000 blocks, and it keeps on going. One of the other crazy things about this is you'll eventually find end cities. The end cities reward you with loot, and again, if you make a pathway for all the loot, then you can have this like, you know, this like epic journey through the end kind of thing, and then like loop it back in some way. So if I wanted to, I can make like my pathway go up to here, and then we can go to the north a bit if we don't find any end cities, or even if we do, and we can make like a huge pathway around it. Basically, you can tame the end, and it's one of the hardest biomes to tame in the game. It's just these huge blocks of huge floating end rock, but the rewards for taming it, the rewards for properly exploring it, and the rewards for being able to consistently explore it are the fact that you can find shulkers, you can find all of these rare end city blocks, and you can take them back with you on a fairly consistent basis if you build these things. But again, that's probably not news to all of you, so maybe something that is news to all of you is the fact that the end actually has a fixed, not ceiling, but floor, I guess. So if you fall down in survival, you start to take damage below about Y0. However, the end of the end is actually at -40. I don't know why they capped it on this version as opposed to other ones, but what this actually means is, one, if you're willing to take some damage, you can actually build just just below this falling damage point. So if you build over here, for instance, oh sorry, just above it, I guess, you can actually place them just over here, which means you can have these, like, again, I feel like this is an astounding view you don't get to have in survival, but yet, like, again, here I could be in survival fairly easily if you use like Again, there's a few tricks you could use to get down here. Try and find the lowest points and build from there, or like, again, you got to have some ingenuitive ways to get down here. But basically, you can actually make that happen. One of the things I haven't actually tried out, and I want to know right now actually, is if you place gravel off the edge, will it make a stack, or will it just be deleted by the game? So we're gonna find some sand, I guess, or some, yeah, I guess that's in nature. We're gonna grab some gravel. We're gonna knock it off the edge. I'm gonna see if it makes a stack after some point, or if it falls into the end forever. This is just my random inspiration I have on the spot right here. Because it looks like it's vanishing forever, right? That seems to be the case. Oh, it gets destroyed by the bomb of the world. That is a fascinating little fun fact. But yeah, so basically because there is this floor below the world, which you can't get below, there's no reason to be here. But in creative, it won't kill you, unlike on the other versions. What you can actually do is you can set your speed to be crazy high. So what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way back to like, let's make it so like, speed, Toy Cat, 200, 200. And this means you can run around this lower part of the world faster than you can do anything else. So this means you can explore the end in a way you otherwise cannot. There's no way to go this fast, and you can see just crazy stuff in every direction. If we look on a map right here, it kind of hurts to look at the map, but you can see how you can explore the thing like this, and this is a great way to fill out end maps if you want to do this. Again, I feel like the biggest and greatest thing I saw here was like, these end maps are pretty darn beautiful. If you want to make one yourself, an easy way to do that is to use, like these end maps to do exactly this, and to run around in creative, or if you're in survival, you have to do it the hard way. But either way, it's a really fun little challenge, and it's something I get a lot of kicks out of. Also, a fun little fact a lot of people are probably aware of, but you might not, is the fact that these obsidian pillars actually go all the way through the end. So if we go up like this, you can see how like they cut through one side to the other. So the end is also a great place to farm obsidian or to mine obsidian, or really just do crazy stuff with. And because on the Bedrock version, there's no reset end functionality, if you destroy these things, they can be gone forever. You can fully terraform your nether, whether terraforming to you means making a thing, or not terraforming, but you can fully transform your nether, whether that means making a huge bridge across it. Oh, oops. We're still on speed 200. Whether that means making a huge bridge across it like this, whether that means, like destroying the thing and just having nothingness there, or whether that means expanding the end, or, there's so many possibilities with the end that I feel like most people aren't properly taking advantage of, and that maybe you should be. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you all got something out of it. Just in case you haven't seen it already, I showed it at the very start of the video, so to get there we have to do a lot of steps. We're going to go back into survival, so let's go back to S, just like this. Let's just die off the end, at the end right here. So as you can see, about Y equals 0. You start taking damage, then you die. Easy as that. Lose all my stuff. Or don't lose all my stuff, because I keep inventory. But one of the things you saw maybe earlier in the video, that was actually built mostly by Casey right here, is actually an end city in the overworld. I think this was an incredible... I think this is a crazy cool thing to see. A lot of people, look at it and say, how did you do that? And again, survival project, creative project, it's kind of fun and either, and it's something I would probably recommend. So yeah, that is hopefully a little bit of build inspiration for the December month for you all. If you did all enjoy the video, you can like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot. And listening, you do like these sorts of videos, you can share if you really liked it, and you can subscribe if you're around here. I spent hours yesterday making these end maps, and I kind of just wanted to show it off to all of you, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, subscribe if you're around here, and I'll see you all in the next video. I'm streaming pretty much every single day in December, so make sure you check out those live streams also. Again, you can follow me at IVXToyCat, or you can just, turn notifications on, and you'll get notified every time I live stream, and you can react live with me. It's been pretty fun, it's been a wonderful experience so far, and if you want to see that, then I guess you'll see that every single day. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.